إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Dear brothers and sisters, we have been discussing the pillars of the Salah. And among the pillars of the Salah, we have discussed the Al-Qiyamu fil Fard ala al-Qadir. Person should stand up, pray standing up, not sitting. And one person is able to do that. And also Takbirat al-Ihram. And then we have been discussing lately the Fatiha, Qira'atul Fatiha, and also that there should not be any lahan, some distortion or twisting of the wording when reciting the Fatiha. That leads to change in the meaning of the Fatiha. That's called lahan in Arabic. So if one makes lahan, means reads, for example, Iyaki instead of Iyaka, and so on and so forth, and says Na'buda instead of Na'budu, as we mentioned several times, that the Imam al-Nawawi, rahimahullah, and also Sahib al-Mughni, they mentioned that it is the Salah will be rendered null and void, invalidated, unless otherwise a person naturally cannot say that word soundly in a very proper way. And apart from that, and the ulama, the scholars, they say that the lahan in the Fatiha is very dangerous. If someone can say it properly, but takes lightly and be impartial, oblivious, and recites the Fatiha in a distorted and twisted way, the Salah of that person is invalidated. And the Hashiyat al-Sharwani, Sharh Tuhfat al-Muhtaj في الفقه الشافعي, الإمام الشافعي رحمه الله, it is mentioned that if the lahan doesn't reach to the level of changing the meaning, now there is a lahan, there is a twisting, but it's not that harsh, that strong, we change the meaning. And several cases were mentioned, for example, that the fatha, the dhamma is rendered as fatha, or another stretching or mid extension has been added to the word, but it doesn't reach to the level of changing the meaning of that word, and that they say it is haram, but la tubtilu as-salah. Salah will not be invalidated, but it is haram to do that. Sometimes it happens when one recites, one adds a little bit of a extension, mid, to the word, and then it doesn't change the meaning, but it's improper as well, inappropriate, and as well as unscrupulous to do that, because a person should behave well, in a good manner, towards the recitation of the Quran, and to the extent that a person should be very careful and understand also the meaning of what he or she is reciting. It would be more appropriate as well. We can make an effort to get the tafsir of the Surah Al-Fatiha, tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha, that we know what we are saying, the repercussion or the setback of being unaware of what we are reciting in the Fatiha is that we do opposite of what we say. It's like not practicing what we preach. not practicing what we preach. And it is actually flagrant and blatant, violence of the etiquette and the manners of, keeping the and attaining that sort of transcendence when we recite the Fatiha and understand it. Recitation, for example, we say إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. And what does that mean? What does إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين mean? If we do that when we are out of the salah, we do opposite of that. إياك نعبد, only thee do we worship. And we happen to be doing something which is against the Tawheed. That is something which is very dangerous. And that is against إياك نعبد. And as well as إياك نستعين, الاستعانة بالله, صرف العبادة إلى غير الله, worshipping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People understand, and it rushes to their minds, only إياك نعبد. Against that is a shirk, which is sujood, prostration towards a sanam, an idol, or idol worship. Shirk, والعياذ بالله, comes in a way which one doesn't expect and doesn't actually expect and feel. كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أخف من دبيب النمل. It is, nobody can see or can hear actually the naml, the ant, where when it steps, the footsteps of the naml, of the ant, and the sound of the naml, of the ant. The shirk is said to be more subtle and sublime than that of those footsteps or the sound of the sound that ant makes. And the way to oneself protect from this is by saying Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an ushrika bika wa ana a'lam wa astaghfiruka lima la a'lam. To repeat this, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an ushrika bik wa ana a'lam wa astaghfiruka lima la a'lam. Oh Allah, a'udhu bika, I seek refuge in thee, in you, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I associate any partner with you while I know what I'm doing. And I seek refuge in you, O Allah, to associate partner with you unknowingly, without, unintentionally being unaware. So may Allah protect us from the shirk, and may Allah give us the blessing to recite the Fatiha in the most proper way, and also understand this meaning and act upon it.